Picture this. A film ends, all the madness in it has happened, everything has calmed down, and all we're left with is the consequences of everyone's actions. In the final moments of Sinners, one of the twins reflects on a night that changed the course of his life forever. Looking back on everything that happened, he says, just for a few hours, we was free. The point of this film is freedom. Throughout the film, the twins spend their time pursuing it, and when they finally get it, it doesn't last long. Set during the Jim Crow era, the film follows black characters trying to get by in a society marked by racism and segregation. At the center of this story are Smoke and Stack, who, despite being crooked in their ways, love their community deeply. We see this early in the film with Smoke teaching a girl how to negotiate, how to get her money's worth and not undersell herself. Ironically, even when Smoke shoots two black men, he makes sure to leave money for their patching up. We see it again with Stack defending and protecting his cousin. That same instinct is visible in the twins' pursuit of freedom. When they finally get an opportunity to build something for themselves, they decide to open up a juke joint because, in addition to their personal pursuits of freedom, they also care about the freedom of other black people in their community. And they hope for this juke joint to be a place for black people to express themselves safely and ultimately find freedom. When I think about the juke joint, I think about shelter. Imagine there is rain falling outside and you have somewhere that shields you from it. That is what the juke joint felt like to me. The cruelty outside firmly remained. Jim Crow America was still very much alive and breathing outside those walls, which meant the odds were constantly stacked against them. But for a little while, they had somewhere safe to be. The twins had finally created the thing they had been working towards, but a vampire invasion brings the celebration to an abrupt end. The shelter is infiltrated, chaos follows, and by the end of the night, one of the twins, Stack, has become a vampire. There are many really deep questions that this film asks. Some of them are, shouldn't you do your best to get out of a difficult situation that you find yourself in? Shouldn't you strive for freedom? Shouldn't you strive for a better life? I think the film hints that you should. I also think the film tells us that when pursuing freedom, you should be careful. You should be cautious and guarded because although you may get your freedom, it may sadly come at a cost. Years later, Stack reflects on that night. Just for a few hours, we was free. What's interesting is that when he reflects on freedom, he also talks about that being the last time he saw his brother. I don't think those things are disconnected. I think a significant part of the freedom he experienced that night was being able to live a somewhat normal life with his brother by his side. It was the joy and simplicity of spending quality time with his community and enjoying the sunlight. Although Stack escapes and spends many youthful years with Mary, he still loses things that were deeply important to him, and also very painfully, he loses the ability to interact with the world in the same way he once did. He may have gained immortality, but he also, ironically, lost simple experiences that actually made him feel free. On the road to freedom, the experiences that we pick up along the way can create additional weight that we may not have planned for. But despite not planning for them, we're still left to deal with them because that's just how life is.